Thank you, Mayor. I'm not really conflicted either. It seems to me that from a while and before the OIR report, I wasn't really sure how we were leveraging our resources. And we have a lot of money in this department and a lot of staff. And I don't feel satisfied that we really unpacked that. Like, we have CPT that can be patrols sometimes, but they're not. Why can't we, if we're in a dire strait, as somebody, I think Chief Wall said, why can't we reallocate them if it's a dire strait? And they didn't really answer. They just said, well, we can't capture it in data. Like, I don't care if you can't capture it in data unless you reassign. I don't really know the answer. I'm not an expert. You guys are the experts. But I wanted to start off with Alder DeMar, because that was so long ago. You were so inspiring. Thank you. I think the whole conversation has been really important and really good. Even if we all end up not agreeing with each other, we know how to talk to each other in a respectful way and, you know, dive into our ideas and do the best we can. So my constituents are 3-1 opposed to hiring these officers. And now there'll be like another open records report, so I'll have actual numbers to give you later. And I have heard from people who are concerned. But you know what they're concerned about? They're concerned that people every day are overdosing on heroin. They're concerned that there are shots fired in their neighborhood, or, you know, or there's drug dealing on their street and needles are thrown about. And those are things that, as somebody said earlier, when the police show up, it's reactive. And so what some people have said to me when I asked what they thought, they said, what could you do with that $600,000 besides hiring police? And that's the question I don't know that we've really, I mean, it was not counterposed before us, but that's what I've been thinking about. And I just want to dive off into a little anecdote, because, you know, I don't want everyone to think, oh, I don't know, I have a reputation no matter what, I guess. But there was an incident in early December on South Marquette Street where a guy, I don't know what happened, he had a break, and he holed himself up in his house and had weapons, and they sent the negotiators in. He was there 12 hours. Pretty much at some point, the whole neighborhood showed up because it was right near the bike path. And people were, it was the most remarkable thing I've had experience in. Like, if you were on Facebook and you caught it, you could have had this 5-hour Facebook conversation with the neighborhood. Is they're like, okay, they want cigarettes, and they're gonna go get cigarettes. I mean, literally, everyone was there, part of the community solving, you know, being the village and helping solve this. So people do appreciate our police, even when they have questions about how they're being policed. They want to be policed in ways that meet our standards. So I know that's true about everybody in this room. So I just wanted to share that story, that was something really kind of, it's kind of spectacular, really. And so back to this thing that lately has been really kind of, I think Alder Clear said it at the OIR briefing. He said, the council supported the EDICO report when we said it was 50-50. And you know what? I've been on the council the same amount of time as Alder Clear, and I'm like, we approved the division of labor like that. I don't recall we ever discussed it. Maybe we accepted a report, maybe we adopted it, but I don't remember that. So I don't think I ever really thought about how patrol officers spend 30 to 34 minutes of their day or their hour or whatever, you know what I'm saying. And so I think that there's been a lot of changes in our whole city since, if that was the 2008 report, there's been a whole lot of changes in the city, just how, international changes in the role of policing. And so I guess for me, I really want to look at, you know, is that the right ratio? Do we have the right number of officers? I don't know. I really don't know. And you could say 8 officers, oh, why not just have 8 more officers? But I really kind of agree with Alder Kemble. Like, we really need to have more information about what it is we expect and and how are we going to leverage these resources and effectively? And I don't know that I could tell people that I know that's going to be. So, you know, some people say about, like, we don't count, when the Edico did their work, they didn't count all the adjacent police jurisdictions for helping with patrol. So there are other people out there when a call goes out that may show up, but they're not counted in our CAD. They're not, and you know, it's just a disconnect. And it's not like out of any dereliction of duty. No, I don't think so at all. I just think that it's just, we're getting better at getting our data to work for us. I think that's a commitment we've been in for a while, and the police have embraced it. So I look forward to keeping that work up. But I have to say, since 2013, I really thought a lot about community policing, and I think I kind of think I believed a lie about it. I thought it was face-to-face, you got to know your neighborhood officer, but it's not quite like that anymore. Not like maybe it was just an imaginary view, but it seemed really real to me that I embraced something that I don't think exists anymore. Yeah, we say it exists, and we're sort of proud and smug about it, but I don't think the CPT is community policing. I'll just say it. It can be, but it might not be. It could be up to the captain's discretion what it is. They could do patrol, they might not do patrol. They might patrol a bike path, they might not. And I just don't really know, and I want us to work more on those kind of issues and questions as we move forward with the strategic plan. So, and I promise to do that in all good faith. Thank you.